wants it tomorrow morning. I told you she was in a powerful hurry.
When will the ambulance be ready?
Oh, maybe about noon.
Couldn't push it to 10:30, could you?
I'll blow dry the paint.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Oh, you know, this is such a lovely village and so calm and peaceful. You don't have any crime problems here like you do in the United States, do you?
No, safe as churches. Don't even bother to lock up at night. Figure anybody wants to help himself to a drop of paint's welcome to it.
Oh, that's good. That's great. I like that. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, it's very nice to see you quartermain men here. You add a touch of class to the place.
Feather, if you don't mind.
Of course not.
We do have other important matters we would like to talk about.
I understand.
Then you will let us get on with it.
By all means.
Thank you.
Alan, I realize how worried you must be.
You do?
I know you're concerned about Jason.
I must say that's very perceptive of you, Heather.
I just want you to know I'll help in any way I can.
I think you've already done quite enough.
Since I'm no longer living with Susan, I didn't know what...
What are you talking about?
Well, you know how Susan gets, and
You moved out?
she threw me out.
What happened?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Wait a minute, I want to talk about it. If you're not in the house, who's looking after Jason?
I don't know. I just want you to understand that if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
What next?
Well, I'd like a little dessert and some more brandy.
You're breathtaking, you know. My son's fighting for his life. You're ordering drinks.
Steady nerves.
He's going to be looking after Jason now with Heather out of the house.
Whoever did it before she left? I fail to see that Heather's departure is going to affect anything.
It just means that there's one less sober person living in that cottage.
You want to keep your marriage together?
Of course I do.
Well, then forget about Jason.
What are you talking about? Jason is a
mistake. A momentary lapse. Certainly nothing you ever expected, wanted, or would have, well, agreed to if you'd had any choice in the matter.
What? Have you totally lost your mind? What on earth?
Well, this sounds good. Oh, thank you. Listen, don't stop. Go on. Please.
What are you talking about? We're talking about a child here. We're not talking about a loss in the stock market.
Both cost a great deal of money.
Yes, but one happens to be made of flesh and blood. The other's a worthless piece of paper.
Oh, wait, Alan, I think Edward does have a point. I mean, they're not the same, but the situations are similar.
I don't believe this.
Well, the government grants tax write-offs to both stock losses and illegitimate children. I'm right, aren't I, Edward? I mean, you are the expert, aren't you?
I didn't think they'd let you up.
Well, who would be seeing to it that you get a spot of refreshment?
You've got 10 minutes.
Well, then don't you be wasting my time. Be gone with you.
How's my father?
Mr. Charles is resting comfortably. I took him some of my tea, and if that doesn't perk the man up, then he's beyond my help.
I'm so sorry, Annie.
About what, child?
For getting you involved in all this. Basil's such a dangerous man.
That kind of a man destroys himself, Holly, in time.
But not before he's destroyed everything that gets in his way.
But he's not going to hurt you.
It's not me that I'm worried about. Basil knows that Luke and Robert are here.
I know.
But he's sure to go after them.
I do believe he'll try.
Basil is going to kill Luke.
Your table will be ready in a moment, sir. I can maybe show you a menu while you're waiting.
Heather.
Oh, excuse me. What are you doing here, Mother?
I was looking for you.
Is something the matter?
No, I was wondering if you could tell me where Scotty is.
Why do you want Scotty?
Because I want to tell him about Susan.
What happened? Someone revoke her liquor license?
No, and I don't think they're going to have to.
What do you mean?
She stopped drinking.
Good hangover will do that every time.
Look, she's really trying to get her life straightened out, and she has Scotty to thank for it.
Scotty will do that every time.
Are you jealous, or is that it?
Why should I be?
I don't know. I mean, if Scotty is the new man in Susan's life, I mean, where does that leave you?
Gets me off the hook.
You don't believe that, and neither do I.
Okay, Mother. I don't expect you to believe me. You never have in the past. If you're looking for Loverboy, it so happens he's rented out the penthouse in the Harbor Towers. Since you're so fond of him, why don't you bring him a housewarming gift?
Heather. Excuse me, Dr. Quartermain.
Yes.
I just thought you'd like to know about Susan.
What now?
She quit drinking.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very, very pleased about that.
Well, I just thought that you would like to know because that Jason will get better care now.
Well, that's awfully good because he certainly couldn't have gotten worse care.
Well, excuse me, I thought it just might make you feel better to know.
Thanks for telling me, Alice. I appreciate it.
Here's to miracles.
I don't believe it.
Well, let's hope it's true.
I'm sorry I've given up on hoping.
Well, then let's pray it's true.
Monica, you have absolutely no idea what it means to be a father.
That is true. I have never had any practical experience. What about you, Edward?
What about?
Fatherhood. Do you think it is a permanent condition, or do you think it's just a passing fancy?
In this family, it's a curse.
You know, you two have been absolutely no help whatsoever.
We provided comic relief.
I'm awfully sorry. I'm just a little bit too worried to be amused.
Alan, for heaven's sakes, what if Alice Grant is right and she has stopped drinking?
I doubt very, very much if it's true.
Then you are back to square one.
That's exactly right. I really don't know what I'm doing with the two of you here at lunchtime trying to solve a problem. Do me a favor, will you? The next time I have a problem, please advise me to dine alone. Excuse me.
Now, don't you be imagining things.
I'm so afraid for him.
He'll be all right.
I don't even know if Luke is alive or dead. Those men in the motorboat could have forced him into the harbor and killed him.
Never. We would have heard.
Luke and Robert are strangers in this country. No one would even know if they were missing.
Basil isn't going to harm your Luke. I'm certain of that.
How can you be so sure?
Because he's too close to home to take any chances. Basil isn't going to risk everything just to go after your friends.
Unless he thought he could get away with it.
Basil is many things, most of them highly unpleasant. But he's not stupid. He will leave your Luke be for now.
I have to help him.
But how can you when you're locked up here like a common criminal?
You'll have to do it for me.
But what do you want me to do?
Try to reach Luke. Tell him it's hopeless. You have to make him understand how dangerous it is here, that he has to get away.
But he's not the sort of man to pay any mind to that kind of talk.
You'll have to convince him. I don't know if I can. Please, Nanny, I couldn't bear to be responsible for him being harmed.
He has a will of iron. You know that. He'll do as he pleases.
Phone Luke and Robert. Beg them to get away from here before it's too late. If they stay here, I know my family will kill them.
Well, dining with the two of you has certainly been a very illuminating experience. I am now going home and take my telephone off the hook before you call me and invite me to dinner.
Whatever, you can't go. You are an authority figure.
That was a great waste of time.
I enjoyed it.
I'm so glad. Father was absolutely no use to me whatsoever, and insofar as you're concerned, what were all those wisecracks about, Monica?
Oh, private joke.
Really? Well, I'm so terribly pleased that you were entertained at my expense.
For heaven's sakes, didn't Alice Grant's news cheer you up?
No, it only made things worse. Because I don't believe it for 1 second. I don't think that Susan's just straightened out at all. I think she's trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes because she's just got another trick up her sleeve.
Not necessarily.
Absolutely necessarily. I am sure that she is doing this because she's taking away the only legal recourse that I have.
And what's that?
To have her declared an unfit mother. That's exactly the sort of thing that she would do.
Look, Alan, alcoholics do reform, you know. I mean, Susan could have been doing the same thing. She could have gotten up one morning, looked in the mirror, didn't like what she saw, and decided she would do something about it.
She's not that strong. She will lean on anybody who will let her. She leans on Scotty Baldwin, on Heather, on Alice.
You?
Not anymore.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure about that. She's been pulling your strings pretty well lately.
I don't really have any other choice now that Heather has moved out of the house. I mean, who's going to be looking after Jason?
What? How did you know that Heather had moved out?
She told me that she moved out. She didn't tell me why, though.
Well, Alan, that doesn't even matter. Alan, what matters is that Susan cleans up her act, and all our problems will be solved.
She'll never do it alone.
Oh, boy. You know what? Right now, I would be willing to pay for her to go into a clinic and get dried out.
What? You would do that for Susan?
I would do that for all of us.
I wonder if she'd go for it.
Well, we aren't going to know unless we find out, are we? Are you going to ask her, or do you want me to? Or do you want Alice Grant to ask her? I don't care who asks her.
Well, well.
Hello, Scotty.
If I said this was a surprise, that would be kind of an understatement.
Well, I'm not bothering you, am I?
No, not at all.
Well, would you mind if I came in for a minute?
Sure. Yourself.
Goodness, isn't this lovely?
I just moved in.
Looks really expensive.
Well, it's worth every penny of it. Please sit down.
Thank you.
How did you find out where I lived?
Heather told me.
Oh, that's just great. Heather's giving my address all over town.
No, I asked her because I wanted to tell you about Susan.
What's the matter with her?
Oh, nothing. She never looked better than I've seen her today.
What's the occasion?
She quit drinking.
That's good.
And I really think that she's going to make a really good, determined effort this time.
Glad to hear that.
I'm really happy for it, and I... Well, I have to thank you for it, Scotty.
Me?
Yes, she says that you're responsible for the change in her attitude.
I didn't really do anything.
Yes, she did. You encouraged her, and you made her see what she was doing to herself.
Well, it really wasn't much.
No, you see, you got through to her when none of the rest of us would. She wouldn't listen to us.
I simply said that she had a lot going for her, and I thought that she was kind of wasting her life.
I know. And I am very grateful. I was wrong about you, Scotty. I really thought that you were just out to help yourself, and I have to confess that I'm really surprised about how much you have done for Susan.
Well, you know, I kind of sneak up on you.
Well, you certainly did work miracles with her. I mean, I have seen the results of it.
Well, Susan's just a wonderful person. I didn't do anything that a friend wouldn't do. Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you. You are a very fine young man, and I am ashamed to say that I haven't always thought otherwise.
Forget it.
I'm going to try and make it up to you.
Well, I'm going to be around town for a while.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, for all of us.
You know, I feel as though I like Susan a lot, and I like Jason. You know, I mean, they're really important to me.
I believe you. Because I can see what you've done.
Well, I can still maybe do some more for her, you know?
Well, on behalf of my family, I'd like to thank you.
Sure.
I've got to go.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Hey, Susan.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
Good, good. Sounds like it. What's going on?
Oh, I just finished cleaning the entire house. I have so much energy, I don't know where it's all coming from.
Why don't you save a little bit for this weekend?
Why?
Well, I thought maybe we'd go someplace nice for dinner.
Why are you asking me for a date?
Are you available?
Oh, I think I can squeeze you in.
That's good. That's good. We'll make an occasion of it, okay?
Okay, any place with you would be just fine.
Okay, I'll call you later when I figure out a time and a place and everything.
All right, I'll look forward to it.
Me too.
Scott, I just want to say that you're going to see a new woman when we have dinner.
Well, I was just getting like the old one, you know?
No, I mean it. I mean it. Things are going to be different. You'll see.
Okay. Can hardly wait.
I'm not going to drink anymore. You were right.
I was?
Yep. I am on the wagon for good.
Great. Hey, whatever you say.
Talk to you later.
Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, hello, is this the Versailles room? This is Scotty Baldwin. I would like to make a reservation for dinner for this weekend for 2. I want something real nice. No, I don't want to see any champagne. In fact, I don't want to see the wine list. I don't want to see anything. Good. Thank you. I know you will. Goodbye.
Well, for once, we've lucked out.
Yeah, it's about time. What are we going to do with the lot?
Call in the DIM?
What are you going to do? You going to tell them a woman's having her car repainted? Is there a law against that here in Canada?
You know as well as I do there's something fishy about that operation.
Well, sure, I know there is, and you do, but how are you going to explain it to the DIM?
Well, we start at the start, and then we go through to the end.
No, I don't like that idea.
Well, all right, come up with a better one.
Look, I didn't say I had a better one. I just said I don't like that one.
There's an old saying, 'tis much easier to be a critic than a craftsman.
Listen, let me ask you a question.
Only if it's an easy one.
Why do you think that woman is having her Bentley repainted exactly as the dirt Bentley is?
So that it will look exactly the same as the other one.
Uh-huh. And why do you think she's doing that?
So that you can't tell the difference between both cars.
Right, and what does that suggest to you?
To me, it suggests a switch.
Well, now we know the what.
We also know the when.
That's right, she wants it ready by tomorrow.
So all we have to do now is figure out the where.
Which means we should keep an eye on that paint shop.
You planning a little midnight rumble?
What about a dawn patrol? I think even an insomniac needs a little sleep, don't you? Better set the alarm now. I'm pretty tired, and we don't want to, go to sleep at dinner and not set it.
You're right. It'd be a pity to sleep through the excitement. What time?
What do you think? 3 a.m.?
Oh, the 100's hour.
With any luck, it'll be happy hour. Come on, let's get something to eat and organize a game plan, shall we?
It's good to me. I've got the key.
All right.
On One Life to Live, Karen's torn between staying with a man who loves her
It's almost as if she's trying to hide something, as if she's afraid to tell me something.
and running away with a man who wants her.
Karen!
I'm not letting you in!
I'm not leaving this door until I can come in there and hold you in my arms!
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up there tomorrow. I'm going to talk with Karen.
She loves you so much. There is nothing to worry about.
Caught in conflict, lost in love on One Life to Live. Weekdays.